What's up? We are back in the Airstream. Just wanted to give you a little update. So got the Victron unit installed and the surge protector monitor installed, and then got the MK3 USB. So I went in, and you have to have it to reprogram the Multi-Plus to lithium batteries. So I had to finally get that thing. But so I got that, buttoned up a lot of the wiring too. I still have metal coming from Air Parts Inc. I need one more sheet that shipped yesterday. But this bed, this is where I'm at. So this is what I really wanted to show you all, is the bed. So, and then it's got all the storage and everything underneath back there as well. Here's the Victron stuff and the Battleborn batteries. Use Advantech, that's the best stuff on the market. But we have the bed. So that is a oh, my hair's crazy. That is a bed from Brooklyn Bedding. They make RV stuff too as well, and they have a ton of good reviews on the bedding itself. So I went ahead and got that. I got a really nice bed at my house, so didn't want to slack on the Airstream. So I just had to finish this stuff up, drilling the holes for ventilation, and now I'm getting ready to open the bed, and we'll see what that's like. All right, let's take it inside and wrestle it. See if we can do something with this. All right, really watch out. Coming through. Yep. Okay. Whew. All right. All right, wasn't as bad as it looked. Whew. No, this ain't this ain't for dogs. Get down. No, you got a bed, and that's called the floor. No, we're gonna get you a dog bed in here. So overall, nope, love it. I wish I could have fit a queen in here, but I was afraid it was going to push up against the walls of the Airstream or not be able to open my drawer here. So, but see, it's a full, but it's fit for a king. I mean, that is, I think it is 13-inch thick. I opted out of the pillow top for the extra few $100, but probably swing back around and revisit that. I just wanted to see how good the bed and stuff was first. So I don't know if I showed you all this. Teak floor, shower mat, Pretty cool. Oh, I got something I want to show y'all. So instead of buying the expensive $1,200 12-volt propane refrigerator, I bought a Frigidaire for $200, and I put the extra $1,000 into a solar system. So it shouldn't have any problems running, and I think it pulls like 50 or 60 watts when it's cycling through and charging up, and then it rests around 30 or so. But this is what I did. This is what I added to keep it shut. So yeah, just seemed like it made more sense for me to put the money into the solar system versus a refrigerator. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. If y'all have done the if you got a 12-volt refrigerator, gas, and you just love it, or if you've done the same thing I did, or you think that was a wise move on putting the $1,000 into the solar system versus the refrigerator. It's just me right now, so I don't know how much, how full I need the refrigerator. I don't know how important it is to me at the moment. I have a few Yetis, things like that too, so we'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this bed. I'm gonna make the bed, then chill in it for a second and catch a vibe. All right, welcome back to Alan the Creative channel. It has been a few weeks since I did the Brooklyn bedding unboxing video, and I had a little bit to do on it as far as you've seen the holes in the Advantech so the mattress could breathe. I routed those out and routed all the edges front up, top and bottom on those boards. And then I had 2 pieces of 2024 T3 aluminum that I hadn't put on yet, and that's basically because I wanted to do like a final run on all the wiring, because the wiring comes across the Airstream and down over here and into all of the solar system from where I rerouted it, and the other piece was to the trailer hitch plug-in and all that. So I had to order another sheet, which is fine. It's all buttoned up now. We're good to go. And I took the Airstream on its maiden voyage for the first time last weekend. I went to a yoga festival on Terrapin Hill Farms here in Kentucky, and it was amazing. It's still sinking in, like, for 3 years of all the hard work and everything that I put in on this, to see it come to life, to sleep in it, to use the tankless water heater and the composting toilet for the first time, and the shower, and all the things, and sleep in it, because I haven't done any of that. I took a shower here in the driveway whenever I was dialing in the mixer and the tankless water heater, the precision temp. I'm still gonna do a review on it, but this was like partial hookup kind of thing there, so it did great. But this is about the bedding, and when I tell you this bed is a nice bed, I mean, I slept like a dream with it. So I mean, hands down, I think I got it on sale. It was around $1,000. I opted out of the pillow top, but I have a really good bed at home, so knew I needed a really good bed in the Airstream. And I tell you, whenever I was watching reviews on it, a lot of people were replacing their home mattresses with the Brooklyn bedding mattresses, and I can see why. Like, I have a really good mattress here, so I probably won't be doing that yet, but I guarantee you when it's time to upgrade mattresses, I'm just gonna buy a Brooklyn bedding mattress for my home, if that's what I end up deciding to do, staying here or however that plays out. So, like, hands down, 100% worth every red cent. Like, you spend a third. When I bought my bed for my home, my friend is the regional manager for one of the big box stores, but he said, you know, he told me, he's like, you spend a third of your life in your bed, and he's like, and a third of life in your shoes. So those are two things that you don't want to slack on. And you know, he was right with that. I've got some of the best sleep in my life, you know, when I did that. And this this is better. So can't recommend it enough. Not affiliated, obviously not sponsored with Brooklyn Bedding, but I just wanted to do a follow-up on the unboxing and a review. So the festival was 4 days. I slept in it for 4 days, and I mean, it was like a dream, you know, like a dream come true. It wasn't like I was sleeping in an RV or any of that. So but the festival was really cool. So this channel used to be the Idle Minds and Hippiest Hippie kind of thing, and I hand make clothes and meditation pillows and all the things, you know, pre-COVID, and crystals and gemstones, and I haven't done that since before COVID. Of course, it shut down all the boutiques I was in, and the pop-ups and all that. So I thought, like, how cool would it be to, you know, pick back up on that dream of pulling the Airstream up, pulling the awning out. I custom made the awning. I don't think I even shared that, but custom made the awning out of sunbrella fabric. Pull it out and set up all the handcrafted things, and that's what I did. And it was a total vibe. Like, I left the door open, people would peek in and see it, and they'd want to, you know, hear about it, and I'd tell them about the build out, and they just fell in love with it. Like, so there was buying the clothes and buying the handmade stuff, and then touring the Airstream, and just like it hadn't even hit me yet because it's been in my driveway for, you know, 3 years, and for the most part, outside of me seeing it, a couple of select friends, and like my YouTube build out, no one's really like walked in it and felt it. And the feedback that I was receiving just kind of made it more real than anything I've ever experienced, because not that, you know, we need validation or anything, but it is that feedback loop of like, I think it's cool, I like it, and then other people walk in and be like, oh my god, you know, you're living my dream, and this is my dream, and da 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 da, and you did, like, they check all the things out, and just, it's really cool, because a lot of things that I do, like the sewing, I grew up in an upholstery shop, you know, sitting on my grandma's lap whenever I was growing up, learning how to sew and quilt and all that. And then my dad and carpentry, or working with him and building things, like, and then, you know, even with the jewelry making, like, I learned that stuff from my mom. So it's things that I really don't think about, because they've just always been in my life. And then when other people come in and maybe they don't have that experience or those gifts yet, or whatever it may be, and they let you know like how special something is and what it means to them, like, you see, it's like, wow, you know. And it really started sinking in on those 4 days of what I really have, you know. And not only that, like, how blessed I am to have those teachers in my life, that have taught me those things. You know, we grew up pretty poor, so, but we were rich in so many other ways. Like, the car breaks, you got to fix it. You want something built, you know, if you need something, you got to build it. You know, all of those things. You know, some of y'all probably know what I'm talking about. But not to go on some big long-winded rant, but I am going to be making some more videos. I've got a ton of reviews to do, just products in here, and then, like, I buy country camp a lot and camp, so I have reviews on camping gear and stuff. You can check some of that stuff out on my YouTube already. It does really well. I wish the Airstream stuff did as good as that stuff did, but anyways, like, things that I put to the test for 1, 2, 3 years in the backcountry and camping and stuff, that are expensive, but they work, and they're holding up, and they're still as good as they were day one. So I'm going to be making some of those videos. I recently built out a road bike, a Chinelli, and I've been doing a lot of cycling and stuff. And this week coming up, June 10th and 11th, I'm doing my first bike camping trip. So I'm gonna ride the bikes 25 miles, I think, and just do a quick, like, pop-up overnighter, and then ride home. So I'm consolidating most of my ultralight gear into, like, my small Osprey. I don't have all the gear bags for biking and everything. But I do have my small Osprey, and I'm going to document that stuff too, and just see, like, just do all the things. Like, since I've gotten this done, I stored Airstream parts around in my house, my carport, my garage, my backyard for 3 years. And after that trip, I came home to the festival. I came home and I started taking all the old stuff to the scrapyard. I was holding on to all the stuff just in case. And the more I cleaned all of that stuff up, the more I felt like I got my home back. And which sounds wild, like I didn't even know like just how much space and energy it was like taking up. But to sort of get all that stuff out of the way and get it out of here and get my carport and my backyard and my fire pits and wood, all my stacked wood for my, for burning and everything, like all sorted, organized and seasoned, and all the stuff. Like, I'm getting my life back now that I'm done with this Airstream. So, which gets me back on track with the videos and like the actual things that I do and document, or that I do, getting back to documenting those things. And another thing is too, I own the production company, and now I own a lighting and grip company, so we're lighting commercials and movies, and then in-house production with rentals and music videos and photo shoots and like all the things, and the studio's been up and running for about 2.5, 3 years. But I had to stop on the Airstream for a year to remodel the studio because it was vacant for like 17 years. It's an old paint factory. It's called Hype Studios Production in Louisville, Kentucky. If you're interested in anything like that, there's a gallery and all that stuff on the website. Well, that got us into the lighting industry and lighting movies. And so Kentucky started a tax incentive deal, and we jumped in on the lighting. So that's been about a year now. So starting 2 businesses within 3 years, having the Airstream remodel, for 3 years. So something had to give, and it was a lot of my like recreational stuff and documentation. It was easy during COVID because of, we already know. But then life shows up, business shows up, you get busy, all the hard work you put in starts to bear fruit. So anyways, getting back to creating some more content and stuff like that, and just, I'm gonna heavily rely on the GoPro. I get the Hero 9's fine. The Sony is the Sony, and tripods and microphones and all of that. So, and there's a place for that, but just gonna make sure and at least like start out on this like quick run and gun kind of deals. So hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned, subscribe, share, like, all the things. There's more to come, especially with the travel and stuff on this, documentation, just fun stuff. You can follow me on Instagram, Alan the Creative, as well. It's mostly film photography. I shoot solely 100% film with my fun collaborative stuff. So there's that as well, and that may change or take a different shape, now that I have more time and documentation as well, into some, I love all photography. So, and I'm pretty good at composition, whether it's environmental portraits, landscapes, tight headshot portraits, styling my subjects, coming up with creative concepts and a bunch of different film stocks. I got tons of film cameras, mostly shoot on a Mamiya Pro 2, RZ600 Pro 2. So I could even dive into that because I have a laboratory where I develop all the film and stuff, and there's just so many things that I do. I don't want to make this some niche channel like and just do one thing, because it doesn't represent me as a person. So anyways, hope you liked the video. Stay tuned, and see you on the next one.